It's another week, which seems to mean it's another console drop for mods for Baldur's Gate 3. So as always, I've compiled them all together and we're going to go with them now. And of course we will start with the BFR Nimbus. Now this is brought to us by Catlix, and essentially what this does is the Nimbus that is available in the patch 8 Sorcerer Shadow subclass. It doesn't level up as you go through the game, or doesn't scale I should say. Well, this mod now fixes that, so if you want to scale your Nimbus with your Sorcerer, this is the mod to download. Sultry Shia brings us Boo Dice, and essentially this is a bunch of eyes. You can pick which different ones you want, but Boo will essentially have a dice set based on eyes with the number within, as you can see. So if you want to need a little bit more Boo in your life, check this one out. Inverted Jack brings us Dragonborn Glowing Eyes. Now the photos don't really do this justice, so you will see them, they are named such as Glow Pink, Glow Purple, Glow Yellow in the character creator, and they just look so good compared to normal ones which sort of have this colour to them. The glowing ones I think just look incredible. I think this adds such a nice flair to the Dragonborn. Next we have Kuranosh, that brings us the Eyes by Tabitha, so if you need some more eyes for Baldur's Gate, because you just aren't keen on the presets, or you think these just look exceptional, then check these out. You can see there's a lot of work done on like the lashes as well as the pupils, so again some of these fit awesome for certain characters. You can see the sort of like lightning ones in the top left there that look incredible for the Wizard. So yeah, make sure you check this out if you're looking for some nice eye upgrades. Squilly Dilly brings Heap Sheathing short swords. Now you would have seen a previous one of these sheathing mods before, but this now lets you put short swords on your waist. So as you can see here, it moves the short swords to your waist, and honestly I do kind of prefer this to having them on your back. I think for short swords this makes so much more sense, and this is definitely a mod I will be keeping going forward. Cloudire brings Hunting Gear 6 outfits for BT1 plus BT6. You can see the outfits here. Now these are procurable in the tutorial chest. So within the supply chest, or the tutorial chest I should say, then we open this up and we get a bunch of stuff like this. And it all looks pretty cool. If we dump this on our character, we got some camp gear, as you can see here. So if we figure this out, there you go, you've got your camp gear there, which we can also change with, when I get over to my thing, this one, different colour. We can go with this in its own colour, and then there is also this one in its own colour. So if this is something you need to just make your camp a little bit more vibrant, or if you just don't like the camp clothes, this might be the mod for you. Flare 76 brings us the Invoker class. Now I will be doing a build guide for all of the subclasses within this, but as you can probably guess from this, it's very much a elemental type thing. Intelligence will be your spellcasting modifier, and there are multiple subclasses for this. So as you can see, for subclasses we have the invocation of speed, of power, and of mind. So again, we will be doing build guides for every single one of these, so look forward to them coming in the coming days. Swiss Fred 57 brings Loot Master. Now, it's probably easier to show you this one than it is to talk about it, so as you can see with Loot Master, it highlights where there's potential loot in the blue you'd have just seen, very much like Dragon Age Veilguard if you'd have played that where the loot glows. Well, this does the same thing. So if you just want an easier way of finding stuff, check this one out. Poison Valentine 13 brings us Mizora's human form restored. So essentially what this does is at moments in the game where you need, or not where you need, but where Mizora would be in her human form as opposed to her more natural form, shall we say, this will pick and choose between them. So if you need a bit more immersion, this mod is actually really solid for that. George brings us the Oath of the Frozen Wilds Paladin subclass, and this looks like a lot of fun. I'll be doing a build guide for this as well, and thematically this is one I'm very excited to try out. A ice-based frozen paladin sounds phenomenal, especially with the gear in the game, so we'll be dipping into this. Now within the tutorial chest, as you can see here, you will see a sword and shield. These are Frostweaver and Iceheart, and these are awesome to put on the paladin. Of course, when I go over the build guide, we will be using these items, but this is just, yeah, really adds to the aesthetic. Xmas214 brings the approvals and flags in dialogue. Essentially, this kind of removes some of the little tips if you have them, so it'll make it a bit more, DM-like. John 0R, what a name, brings us Prismatic Smite, which is a smite that you can use with your Channel Divinity, your Channel Oath charge, and as you can see, it'll pump out a bunch of damage. So if you want a really powerful smite, this is the one to check out. So Chalice brings Rebalance Gear, which essentially does what it says. It rebalances some of the gear to make it a bit more useful, especially long term. So as you can see, a lot of the items here have been examined. So again, if you want to be able to use a lot of the items, you think they're cool or the abilities are cool, but they don't really last until the end game, maybe check this one out. Skirby, who's a familiar name on this, brings Skirby's Progressive Wands, which is a collection of wands with all different features. So within the tutorial chest, you'll find Skirby's wand pouch. Obviously, if you take this, and then you check it out, you will see a small army of wands as well as rings. And again, these ones are pretty cool. If we take a few of them just to show off, we'll get them equipped in your range spot, and essentially you can use these for a lot of cool things. As you can see here, we've got things like Unstable Orb, so we can place this down to blast a bunch of people. We'll throw it over here, nice and safe. And there you go. And of course, if we equipped a different one, which has other abilities, let's go with the Frigid Wand, you'll see it opens up a bunch more items such as Amethyst Blast, Blizzard Storm, so again we can take this, we'll wait for the pets to be out of the way, and there you go. Little Wit Ogre brings Tailless Tieflings, and this is essentially what it says in the title. It is just Tailless Tieflings if you don't want to tell. Ectoteeth brings us Iya, which is a preset you can use for your characters. So again, if you're looking for new presets, here we go. Kuranosh once again makes the list with the Sculptor's Dream Cache, which again is more presets you can throw onto your characters. So much like the previous one, if you're looking to get some presets to use because you're not happy with how your tab looks or whatever, then maybe this is the mod for you. Habsglint, who is a very familiar name to these mod videos, brings us another subclass, and this time it is the Unbroken Druid subclass. As you can see here, the armor he's put on in this photo is just awesome. But you get lots of awesome abilities here, all sort of melee damaging. So you can see you've got an Unbroken Shillelagh, you've got Shillelagh Mastery War Druid. Again, I'll be going a full build guide for all of this, so look forward to that. Incognito Burrito is back as well for the War Magic Wizard. So again, this is a very sort of DPS kind of subclass from what I've seen. I'll be doing a full build guide for this as well, but effectively this is an awesome way of sort of tanking yourself up and just being able to pile out those spells. And then finally we have the War Magic Table 2024. Now obviously there is a new player's handbook that came out last year. Baldur's Gate 3 is obviously based on the original handbook that came out, so Modesur has brought us the updated War Magic Table, as there is a few differences to this. So, as you can see, there are lots of different abilities here, so if you want to make your War Magic a little bit different, then we got to go over it. So that is all the new console mods you can look forward to downloading and trying out. I hope some of these look like your cup of tea. I want to say a big thank you to all the mod makers that keep making this possible, not only for the videos, but also just keeping Baldur's Gate fresh and with constant new content. So really hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, please drop the episode a like, helps me tremendously, and check out some of the mods. If you haven't already, please subscribe as well. I've got more guides to Baldur's Gate, Dragon Age, Elden Ring, Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers, Path of Exile, basically all the amazing RPGs you could ever need. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.